Hey, folks. Just want to give you guys a heads up before the episode starts that we are going to be going on hiatus a little bit. It shouldn't be too long. We should be back early to mid January. So hit us in the comments if you have some ideas you want us to talk about next year or any new content you're looking forward to. Just give us a heads up. As always, thank you for listening, and we love you guys. Oh, also, we'll be having some new guests lined up for next year, so it should be fun. Again, love you guys. Bye.
What the hell? Why is this light? What's up, light? You gonna work? Ooh. Hello.
Hello.
How are you, Christopher?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm all right.
Very muted starting this morning.
Yeah. Oh, I like your haircut. Looks
Thank
good.
you. I just want to be pretty for you.
Oh, thanks.
It's a funny story though because it was totally done by accident. So you know how I used to every once in a while get kind of like the faux hawk kind of thing going on, but I
Yeah.
hadn't done it in a while, and I've never done it like this before, where like it's completely not well. It was bald on the sides at the time I did it, but my hair grows crazy fast, so now it just.
I don't know what that's like.
I suppose you wouldn't understand. Uh, and I apologize in advance. It's probably going to have to be a short recording because they're doing work on my house and it's really loud. Can you hear it?
No?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Because I can hear it and it's annoying the crap out of me. So we shall see. Uh, I guess we should just get started then, and I'll
Let's
tell
do
the
it.
tell the story on the other side. How about that?
Yes, that works.
Greetings and salutations. Greetings and salutations. This is Because Why Not with Chris and Kevin. I am Chris.
And as far as I remember, I'm still Kevin.
I am slightly annoyed as they are doing work on my house and it's just really loud. And of course, they're doing work on my plumbing and I have to go to the bathroom right now.
Oh,
So,
that's fun times.
yeah, I'm just going to drink my water and punish myself some more.
There you go. That's how that works.
All right. So, haircut. So, I hadn't cut my hair in a while, right? So, I was like, it's time. I'm looking homeless, which is usually not a bad thing since, like I've said before, I live in the town in which I work in. So I try and look as homeless and disheveled as possible. So when I look semi-respectable at work, people won't recognize me outside of work.
There you
It's a
go.
catch-22.
Hmm.
But so I went to go cut my hair, right? And I usually the method in which I do it is like I do one side by the ears and then I do the other side and then I start working my way so I don't miss things, especially so because it's hard to do. Cutting your hair is hard to do by yourself unless you're skilled. That's why
Right.
usually I got one hairstyle when I cut it myself, and that is bald. So it was totally an
That's my
accident.
go-to.
I did one side, and then I did the other side, and then I looked up in the mirror and I was like, wait a minute. Is this good? Wait, baby. So she came to look, Gloria came to look, and she was like, "Oh my god, that looks good." And it's like it actually looks pretty good. Like
It
even
does
in
look
the
good.
back, you can see like it looks straight,
Yeah, that's
And I
impressive.
just did it by myself with my two hands.
And
With
sometimes you
these
get
things
lucky.
right here.
I've had that happen, like where I'm like shaving and I get one side, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. But then I try and do the other side
Yeah.
exactly like that, and then I have to change everything up because I fuck up the other side.
Yep. And I think
That's
that's
impressive.
oh yeah, and I think that's why I did it so well. It's because I wasn't trying. If I was
Right? Yeah.
legitimately trying, oh, it would look like an epileptic 3-year-old tried to do my hair. But man, how are you?
I'm all right, man. It's been
1 week since you
interesting.
laughed at me.
Yeah, I went to the ER again.
Oh, what the fuck,
Uh,
man?
yeah, I had it turns out probably just a panic attack again, but I couldn't get out of my own head, and I was having
Oh,
chest discomfort, which is something you go get checked out.
generally, yes.
So I mean, the ER nurse didn't think so, but the doctors thought it was okay that I came in. But
Well, yeah, nurses
oh,
are angry. Which
he
hospital did you go to? Banner?
no, I went to Arizona General. It's like right down the block from my house.
Okay.
Um, yeah, he was a dick. That nurse, he's one of the worst nurses I've ever met in my life, and
You should call
I
and complain.
I will.
Because especially, I'm assuming probably because you didn't do anything to prompt it. Like I can see if you're like being an asshole yourself, and then they
Right.
respond in kind. But if they're just starting off the confrontation, or not confrontation, that's basically what it was.
He started
Starting
the
off the
conversation.
the thing with anger and tiredness, like don't fucking come to work. No one asked you to be there today except your bills.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like I could tell like, he was annoyed from the get-go, which was
Mm-hmm.
like, all right. But yeah, so I actually followed up with the cardiologist Friday. I went in Thursday morning. So I have some other follow-up appointments that they're gonna make sure everything is okay. But I think it was just anxiety and trying to get out of. I've been like super stressed out and just like my anxiety's been worse than ever recently, and like everything is just. I think it's postpartum in males is a thing as well that I feel like I'm dealing with. So I have a therapist session I'm talking to on Thursday. So
Oh wow.
I have a lot of appointments coming up. So
Yeah.
um, I got to make sure I'm good and healthy,
Yeah,
mentally
you
and
gotta stick
physically.
around for little Gianluca.
Yeah. So back to actually I had two very just like odd nurse interactions at the hospital. Like I said, the PA that I met with, super awesome. Listened to everything I had to say.
Uh-huh.
Gave me a bunch of ideas to try out this that, and same with the doctor that I talked to. The triage nurse, like she was hooking me up to do the EKG on me, and I'm a hairy man,
Oh yeah,
so
yes.
she's
I'm
like,
you are my nightmare when I have to do EKGs, yes.
yeah, right. So I go in and she's like, all right, pull your shirt up, and then she's like, oh, she's like, you got a lot of hair. If you coat on us, we're just gonna rip it all out anyways. I was like, okay. Now mind you, in my head, like I'm coming in like I have chest pain, um, and also dealing with mental things going on. So hearing that, I was like, okay, I get you're making jokes. That's fine. But then she goes, but it's great because you wouldn't really feel anything because you'd basically be dead anyways. I said, okay, all right. So
Someone needs
this
to
is
work
my
on their
first
their
interaction.
bedside manner there a little bit.
Yeah, right. So then, so she runs it through, and she's like, "Don't worry, I'm not going to rip any of your hair out, um, unless you coat, obviously. Then I will."
Oh, so she doubled down on the joke.
Double down on it again. So I'm like, okay, all right. I'm like, yep. I wasn't in the mood to laugh. Like we had just dropped we dropped John Luke off at daycare, and then Danielle brought me over there. And then they bring me back to my room. It was quick too. Like I got in, registered within like 5 minutes. I was done with the EKG and in the room, which is great. Then the nurse comes in. And he's like, "Hey man, so what's going on?" I'm like, explain to him everything that I was feeling, everything that's going on. And he's like, all right, we'll get you checked out. Like, he was just like, very, just like, all right, whatever. You don't want to be here. I'm here. So take care of me. But every
Mm-hmm.
time, like, every interaction with him was just like, he wouldn't look at me when he talked to me. Like, when he gave me some aspirin and stuff. And, like, as they were doing that, he just, like, all right, you're going to take this stuff. This stuff you're going to chew, da da da. Like, all right, you can look at me when you talk to me. You don't have to look at the wall. But then, as like everything progressed, and I did um, they checked all my vitals, I did chest X-ray, all that fun stuff, and then when they were getting ready to discharge me, like I talked to the PA again, talked to the doctor, and like I was like, cool. They're giving me the paperwork, give me my prescriptions, give me all the stuff. And then he comes in, he's like, yeah, so we've basically decided that it's probably like a gastrointestinal kind of thing, and the emergency room it's really for a place for emergencies, and you should only come here if you're in danger of a life-threatening event. um, there's certain things that you should just follow up with your primary for. And I was just like, okay, all right. So I'll take my paperwork now. We'll leave. Like I'm done. Like I wanted to say something, but I was not in the mood. And like my mindset was always behind like because we were talking about should I go to urgent care? None of them were open yet, and I was like, if I call an advice nurse and tell them I'm having chest pain, they're gonna
They're
tell
gonna
me
tell
to
you to
go to the
go to the
emergency
ER
room.
anyway.
If I go to an urgent care, they're gonna tell me, oh, you have chest pain, you need to go to the emergency room. Like there's only so much stuff they can do. You know what I mean? So I went to the emergency room because I was having chest pain, and that's where anything you go to that relates to chest pain, shortness of breath, they tell you go to the emergency room and get checked out. So I did.
What sucks though, and it's just like I work with nurses who would have that exact same interaction with you.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why? What at what point did you become so it's like, especially like, what the hell else are you doing?
Well, so that was the other thing too. It's like I would understand like if the emergency room was busy,
Uh-huh.
it was not. There was everyone was just sitting around talking. I think I was interrupting like bonding time with his friends, and or like if I was a frequent flyer that came in who was constantly in there for toe pain or something, stupid like that. Like okay, you need to stop coming in, 3 times a week with your toe hurting. It's not an emergency.
Yeah.
But my first time ever coming to your hospital with chest pain, that's a legit reason to be seen at a hospital. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Man, I'm just so I'm mad for you.
Yeah.
And it's
So that
worse. I
was
mean,
that was
and
my
the
week.
thing is, like, even if it's if it's if you think someone's there just because it's anxiety or panic attack or whatever, what do you think is going on in their head when you're obviously giving them the "you're stupid for coming in" talk?
Right,
You know, it's
exactly.
like, what do you think is happening? And oh, godly,
Well, it's like you think about
goshly,
if anyone else like has that interaction, like next time they have anything like that, like they're gonna think twice before going to the hospital, and then
and then it could be
like
serious.
it could be serious. So you know,
And it's like it's not, and like even if it's, and this is it. This is the thoughts I have when nurses are like, "You're here in the emergency room for stupid stuff." It's like it's this kind of stupid stuff that kind of pays the bills. You know, it's like especially people like who have insurance. It's like they're gonna pay. You know, their insurance is
right?
gonna pay. They pay their copay. So it's like it's these visits, these level fours, meaning the acuity scale. There's one, two, three, four, and five. Five meaning you need nothing. You're just there for bullshit. Four, you'll probably just need a checkup by the doctor. Three is you're gonna get some tests done. Two, you need some tests done and some other invasive things. One, we're coding you. So
I'm glad I wasn't near the one.
yeah, you
Although
there.
that first nurse kind of had me worried, but
Yeah, I mean, just because that that's just a shitty overall. I'm glad the doctor and the PA were decent to you.
oh, they were great. Like
Yeah, but just I mean, just based like for people who aren't in the medical field, it was like your doctor and your the PA can be nice to you, but your majority of your interactions are with your nurse.
yep,
So
exactly.
if they're a dick, then it sucks. If they're cool though, then that's awesome. And then if your doc's a dick, then there's not. I mean, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
your whole visit it can kind of be dependent on your nurse interactions, and that's just so shitty that's what happened. I'm sorry.
That's all good. That was my week. John Lucas started daycare, so I think a lot of it has to do with just
Separation anxiety.
probably and just dealing with like I've realized I don't I have issues trusting people taking care of him.
It's
That's
1,000%
not me.
understandable.
So like every day is like they have an app, they update everything, which is cool, but it's like mm, every time I get an update, it's just like, okay, well, why are you doing that right now? Like
Shouldn't there be something else?
yeah, like send me pictures. I need videos right now.
Right
So,
now.
but
So do you think the longer he's there, these thoughts will subside, or do you think they'll always be in the back of your head?
I'm hoping they'll gonna subside. I
Uh-huh.
mean, that's why I think therapy is gonna be helpful. I
Uh-huh.
actually was scheduled. I was gonna start it. I had it scheduled for last before Thanksgiving, but then we ended up we had to cancel our trip to California. But then we
I
ended up
was
going
wondering, you didn't text me
here.
that you were here, and I didn't want to say anything, but
Yeah, no. So we weren't gonna go, and then we ended up like finding out that we were able to go. That's another complicated story. Um,
you just
but
had a rough month, man.
yeah, so we were there, but it was. I mean, our drive. We drove Wednesday before Thanksgiving. and it's our first trip back with a 4-month-old, and
Uh-huh.
it took 16 hours to get there, which is normally 12. Which on our way back from Arizona or from California, it only took 13 hours, which was great. But yeah, it's a long time to be in a car, and then like just trying to get all the family in to meet him was just it was a long weekend, and I'm glad he got to meet all his family. But we were so happy to be home, be
Good. Yeah.
in quiet.
I won't be upset.
I know. I'm sorry. It
No, it's
was.
okay. It's okay.
How was your Thanksgiving?
I was just fucking with you. I figured there was a reason, and I was sick anyway, so I wouldn't have come to meet Sean Luca anyway.
Um, yeah, sick
So
is being sick sucks.
yeah, I thought I had COVID, but it wasn't. I eventually did take a test,
Did you?
so yeah,
That's
but it
good.
wasn't COVID. So there you go. But it
Right
was
on.
just a crazy respiratory infection, so I don't know what the fuck it was.
I mean, that's not fun either, but
No.
hey, at least it wasn't COVID, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you forget there's other sicknesses out there, you know.
Yeah, yeah. It's like anytime someone calls out sick, like, do you think it's COVID? It's like I don't know. It's they called in sick.
Yeah.
I don't want to always ask. I'll let HR do that.
Yeah, it's like it's not. I forget you're the boss now, so you know.
Yeah, people call out to me like,
Cool story, bro. See you later.
yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna be here. Okay, I don't care. Thanks for letting me know.
All right. So I actually got some sleep last night.
Did
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. It's just because like I was getting off work. I worked a 12-hour shift Thursday night. So I'm like driving home and then I get a text message from Elliot, like, Dad, in that capital letters. I'm like, she wants something. I'm like, yes, dear. 5 minutes go by. She reads it, left mail read, didn't respond. I'm like, what's going on? Usually when she does that early in the morning or during what her nutrition or break time is, I mean, she needs me to add money to her account so she can get stuff from the snack bar at the school because it's all cashless. They can
That
just
makes
use their
sense.
student ID and I put money on their account.
That's
But
pretty cool.
yeah, it is pretty cool. I was like, and they actually get free lunch. That's how they normally pay for lunch too, like by just giving their student ID number.
Wow,
Yeah.
things have
So luckily they
changed.
get free food this year. Thanks to all kids in the state of California get get free food.
That's what's up.
Yeah, free lunch at least, not from the snack bar. So, and I can see what she orders too. So I'm like, stop with getting chips and cookies and stuff. But now she really can't because she has bands now on her braces. So every time she eats, she has to take the rubber bands
Oh,
off. So just so she that limits
you
it.
gotta plan out her eating.
Yeah. So, and
That's
she can't do it without a mirror yet. So she can't put them on without a mirror yet. So she usually only eats at lunchtime now. But I'm okay with that. But so she finally responds. I'm like, can you pick me up after school? I'm like, oh, so that's 2:30. And I'm just
that's
getting
decent.
home at like 9 o'clock after working a 12-hour shift. I'm like, I'm so tired. But usually when she wants to get picked up, something's going on. So I'm not gonna be like, no, it's fine. Because if I go pick her up, I can just go back to sleep if I get home. But I went to go. So I didn't end up going to sleep till like 10. And then it was like unrestful sleep. And then woke up
Right.
at 1. And I'm just like, ugh. So I
That's
only got like 2.5, 3 hours of sleep. So I go pick her up. I'm sitting there in the pickup line, just contemplating life, death, and everything in between. And it's just, and I posted this on Facebook before. If you ever want to see a supreme illustration of the human condition, just pick up your kids from the pickup line. You see just about everything.
It's so funny. Like I saw your post about that. Like so many people that I know that have like school age kids. There's so many complaints about the pickup lines for school, and
Because they set it up nice. It's just fucking parents are stupid.
that makes
Just
sense.
like myself, like I do stupid stuff all the time. I'm like, why did I do that? There's no there's no logical reason for me to do what I just did. But
So
then
you
you
get
do stupid stuff, and it's just like you lose all intelligence when you get into a line of picking up your child.
yeah. So
And
you go through some weird like force field, I guess, huh?
yeah, and it's just like because I park in the red zone too to pick up my kid. But it's in my defense. In my defense, it's on the corner of the little green pickup line that they
Okay.
have. So it's just like it goes into the parking lot. So it's like if I inch, because it's also only this 2 or 3 foot. No, it's probably like 5 feet block of red right after the green zone. So I feel like I'm not that much of an asshole because part of my car is still in the green zone. So I'm just like, look, the tire's there, the
It's there.
tire. So I go pick her up. We get pizza because she asked the day before, and then I get home and I'm like, I'm not. I had also hit a wall at like 4 o'clock in the morning on my shift, and then I got home and I'm just like, I'm tired, but I can't sleep.
Like that's the worst.
It is the worst. You know?
Like you're physically tired, but you're mentally awake.
Yeah, because you pass the point, and you're just like, I just want to go to bed.
Yeah, that's how I was
Mm.
this morning. I couldn't go back. I woke up at like 3:30 and couldn't go back to sleep. And then like I was just like my knees and hips were achy. And like I didn't think to like take anything for it, so I just went out to the couch to turn the TV on. And then
Do
you
you
know, of
guys have a
course,
TV
like
in your room?
yeah, but since he's still sleeping in there, I don't want to wake him up.
Mm-hmm.
So like I, and I finally I stopped having to have the TV on. Like I put it on when I go to bed, but then I don't turn it back on like I normally would.
Mm-hmm.
So I usually put like an earbud in and go back to sleep in the middle of the night and just listen to like podcasts or something. But this morning I was like, I'm just gonna watch TV, and then of course he slept till like 7:30,
Of course.
and which he's actually a really good sleeper.
Oh,
Like
good.
yeah, like during the week he usually wakes up between like 5 and 6, but I think that's because we're out making noise. On the weekends, he's sleep like from like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night out, which is amazing.
Nice. That's you're lucky. Elliot was a pretty good sleeper too. Well, once she got to sleep, she was a good sleeper. She would fight it sometimes and be like, "Nah," and then start falling out, and we would just let her fall out and walk away. And it was like, if this is what you want to do, that's fine. You lay in the
Yeah,
middle
that's
of the
kind
floor.
of
Like, I
yeah.
mean,
Sometimes after his like last meal, he fights it, but once he's out, he's out.
yeah.
But he'll put up that resistance wall. It's like, nope, I'm just gonna hold you till you fall asleep.
But yeah, so later on, I started, I was bored, so I started drinking. So I
Oh, there you
drank
go.
some margaritas, got drunk in the bathtub because I'm okay with that. You know,
Nice.
so yeah, it was nice. Had a nice little lavender bath.
Nice. I
So,
had a lavender bath the other day.
see, nice. Put you right
Yeah,
out.
after I
Ex-
got back from the ER, I just filled up the tub, put some lavender oil in there, and then
Went.
I didn't bring any towels in, so
That's not the sentence I was expecting. Usually I like to bring snacks, and they'll say I
yeah.
forgot snacks.
Oh yeah, no, it was like right when I got back from the ER, so it's like we had just washed all the towels, so I hadn't put them back in that bathroom. And then luckily
Mm.
Danielle was home, so but she was like pumping, so I had to wait for her. So by the time she was ready, like the water was kind of getting cold, and I'm like, I
See, I
just want
make
to get
mine
out.
ridiculously hot now since they fixed my hot water, so I don't have to take lukewarm showers and baths anymore.
Well, I had it hot. Yeah, I was just in there for a while.
I mean, do you fit in your bathtub?
Kind of.
Yeah, like
I
you have to make a
I
choice
also
between chest and legs.
yeah, well, I also had to drain water out so I can like get down. Like when you do like crunch thing, you like your knees are out, but
Uh-huh.
like everything else is kind of in the water.
Uh-huh.
So that was cool. But then like the water levels are like coming up, so I'm like, oh, I need to drain some water out. This is about to spill all over the side.
So I can't do that because there's a crack in the side of my bathtub. Otherwise, I'd fill my water up a whole lot higher. Because I'm not
Ah,
trying to
yeah.
get water going into the base of the tub. Because then all I need is that Cleveland Brown moment where he's in the bathtub and his house collapses. So I'm just laying. I'll be standing there in my neighbor's living room, butt naked in the bathtub.
Like,
It's just
hey, what's going
awkward.
on?
Yeah.
So you take a lavender bath, have
Oh
your
yeah. So then I get out. I'm I'm finished watching the Warriors game. They won against your Phoenix Suns.
yeah, that was the big rematch that they were.
Yeah. And they won by like 20 points too. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
But they lost Tuesday. I'm not okay with that.
well, you can't win them all.
Yeah. But they snapped the Sun streak though. So I'm happy about that. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, because they were at what, 18?
18 games. Yep.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So like I passed the point. So then it's like I'm so tired, but I can't sleep. So I'm just laying there. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1:30. I finally, playing my game on my phone, I finally get tired enough to like roll over. So I'm like, I go to sleep and it's like 1:48. So that's when my watch says I went to sleep. I slept until like 10:30 in the morning. I woke
Hell
up, I
yeah.
was confused. I had no idea what time it is because I actually legitimately have blackout curtains now. Like, see?
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, like you can't even like I turned the light off. You can't. I honestly like if there's no gap at all, I have no idea what time it is, which is nice. Which I think has been leading to better sleep when I sleep during the day.
Oh, it
Like I don't
definitely
take
makes
anything anymore to sleep during the day. Like after night shift, like I used to take a lot of melatonin. I don't take anything anymore, and I'm getting like 5 to 6 hours of sleep, and I'm okay with that. Yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I woke up
blackout curtains.
confused as
That's
hell. So I'm well rested. So I'm all this energy. I really have to
there you
pee.
go. Well, you know,
I just can't flush
just
the
life.
toilet. You know.
If it's yellow, let it mellow, right?
Exactly. If it's brown, flush it down.
Oh
Except
yeah.
in this case.
Well, when, when you can.
Yeah. Question.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to talk about the shooting or no?
I don't know anything about it.
Really? You didn't
I
hear
mean,
about it at all?
I heard about it. Like I know the kid saw like his parents and stuff met with the school right before it happened, right?
Yeah. All right. So do you want to talk about it or you think that's too intense right now?
No, you can talk. I don't
You
have
don't
much.
know anything
I
about it?
don't know much about it, but if you have information on it, I'd love to hear about
Yeah, I
it.
was reading up on it this morning just because it's just so I it's just so much could have been done to stop it from happening, just from the
So it's like,
negligence of the parents to the. I mean, the school had a response, but they should have pushed harder, and we'll get to that point in just a second. So
yeah, because
Monday,
the parents ended up getting charged, right?
yeah, and so Monday, the school calls our a teacher is walking by the. I'm not gonna say his name, but the shooter, the before he did it. I'm not gonna say his name just because he's not getting any clout from me.
He doesn't deserve it.
No, but I will say the victims' names when we get to that point because they deserve to be remembered.
Yeah, one
Because
of them. I know one of them was. I know there's like a football player who
yeah,
was like an upcoming star that supposedly like was trying to charge him and stop him, right?
yep, and it ended up coming to his demise because of it. I mean, who knows if he saved some lives by distracting the shooter? You never,
I'd
you
like to
know.
think so.
Yeah. So Monday, one of the teachers sees him on his phone. They walk up to him, sees that he's looking at buying ammo and shopping for ammo on his phone. So they contact his parents by voicemail, email, text messages, trying to get a hold of him. They never respond, right? But there's records saying that the mom texted the kid, "LOL, I'm not mad. Do better at not getting caught next time."
Oh, yeah, that's negligence right there.
Yeah, yeah. So then the next day, he goes to school. Another teacher finds some alarming artwork that he's doing. Let me see if I can find exactly what it says. Oh, on Tuesday, a teacher found a note on Ethan. Nope, cutting that out. On the student's desk and took a photo. It was a drawing of a gun pointing at the words, "The thoughts won't stop. Help me." So he obviously had some mental health issues. You
Right,
know,
exactly.
there was also a drawing of a bullet with the words "blood everywhere." So
Well,
yeah.
that's a clear sign that something's going on.
So they take him to counseling. They get his parents involved. The parents refuse to pull him, and this is Tuesday, the day of the shooting. The parents refuse to pull him out of school and take him home. So he goes back to class. That's when the shooting happens.
Well,
And it's they say that he if they would have searched him, they would have found the gun in his backpack.
right. So I don't understand. I guess I'm confused on how the school didn't have the ability just to, force him out of school for the day.
I don't know either, and that's why I'm
That's
saying,
I don't know. Seems kind of odd. Like, I mean, obviously they made an attempt at it, and he technically hadn't done anything. I guess he hadn't really broken any rules, so I guess there was no legit reason for them to like kick him out of school. I guess I could just highly recommend that he go seek help. But then
yeah,
again, if he's having those kind of
he could have been
thoughts and issues,
5150.
I was going to say he could have been put on a hold. That those are clear indications that
Yeah,
he's a danger to himself and or others. So that meets the criteria.
yeah, and it's just this. So then they of course they take him in not peacefully, but he without loss of life on his part, because that just seems, never mind. But so they take him in, he gets arraigned, they eventually issue a arrest warrant for his parents for the negligence and things like that, which is new, but according to their law, if the parents are deemed to be negligent or whatever, they can be charged as well. So they're being charged with manslaughter. They go on the run. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't see that. So I had seen that they were charged. I didn't know they.
yeah,
Wow.
they went on the run. Their lawyer says they weren't on the run. They said they left town to avoid, for safety reasons. I'm just like, what? So it just is, it's
Interesting.
so they eventually got caught this morning. They got caught
Okay.
because the witnesses saw the vehicle that was on the be on the lookout and reported that they saw them getting out. So they tracked them to a building where they were locked inside of a room. So they
Hmm.
found them. Yeah. But I mean, there was other red flags too. Like this whole family was fucked up. Like they bought him a gun for on the day after Thanksgiving for like an early Christmas present for Black Friday. So they
Oh.
bought him. She took him to the range, and like he posted on his social media with it. The mom posted on the social media with it, saying, "Here's his new early Christmas comes early" or something to the effect thereof.
Hmm.
So he got some practice in with it.
That's
Fuck
good.
it.
I mean,
Yeah,
I,
it's just it and I don't understand why they didn't pull him out of the school. That is the thing that gets
right.
me the most.
Yeah, when there's clear signs that something
Is
is
up
probably
like
being
these.
planned, like you're not just ordering ammunition and not planning to do something with all those other signs pointing towards it, you know? That's just, yeah, I don't understand that.
So yeah,
But
it's
then
just
again, like you said, the parents don't seem like they're also in their right mindset either. Like honestly, like if that happened, if in your situation and one of your kids, or same thing with me, if John Luke ever does that, dude, you're not going back to school, and I'm
yeah,
gonna
you're
check
going
it,
straight to the ER for a mental health evaluation. Do not
right?
press
And you're gonna
go.
check and make sure you don't have anything on you. Like this kid has access to weapons. Like why wouldn't you even think to like, oh, we should probably check
They
and see,
also
make
didn't keep their gun locked up either. It was only in the bedside table.
yeah,
That
see,
is poor weapon. I mean, that is poor. It's just
if you're gonna have a weapon in your house, you need
you
to
need
be
to secure it.
responsible with it.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
need to
Especially
be
if you have kids.
responsible gun owners.
Yeah, and that's how if you're gonna get your kid who's still in school a weapon, you need to teach them proper handling and proper care and proper storage, and you need to make sure you are the only one that has access to it, unless you guys are going out to a secure location to fire that weapon.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactamundo.
Like no kid should have access to a gun anytime they want.
Yeah, because they do stupid shit.
Yeah, they their brains just haven't developed to the point where they can think logically all the time. Even as an adult, you can't always think logically. Like I don't know. That's so sad because it could have been easily prevented. They had all the signs to stop it right before it happened.
It's just and then four people had to die for this. It is
It's mind-boggling.
mind-boggling. Madison Baldwin, 17, Tate Myers, 16, Hannah St. Juliana 14, and Justin Schilling 17. And they died. I mean, Tate Meyer died because he tried to stop, but all these people were probably just in the wrong time because he came out of a bathroom and started shooting.
Right. And you just
So
happen
they
to have
just
a bad
happened to be in
time.
that area and they died because it's yeah.
Yeah. All because maybe where their locker was located,
Yep.
or
They had to
they're
go
on
to the
their way.
bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just, ugh, it's so sad.
Yeah.
Those kids will never.
You don't know what
I mean,
their potential could have been in this world.
good. Exactly. It's crazy. He's crazy.
But yeah,
But hopefully he gets put away for a while. But then again, who knows? He's still young, so because he is a minor, so who knows what they're gonna do with it?
he's
Be a
being charged
waiting
as an
game.
adult.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, even though he's
That's
15, he's
good.
being charged as an adult.
That's
So
good.
we'll see. But yeah, I think sadness is a great place to end on that one.
Well, I actually want. So I
Okay.
want to bring something up before. I don't want to end on sadness. Let's. Uh,
Uh
I want to get like you've profiled some amazing people.
huh.
I want to shout out one of our listeners, one of our good friends of ours, Stephanie. She's one of the greatest people. Like I just want to give her props because she has been so genuine and so kind to so many people. Despite I'm not obviously not going to give out details, but she's had some rough times come up, but she's always just. I was talking to Danielle about it, and Stephanie, we love you. You're amazing. I'm so glad you keep us in the loop with everything that's going on, and just want to shout you out this time and give you big props for being so super and amazing, and keep it up.
Yeah, she's a pretty amazing human being, a great mom. You
Right.
know,
I mean,
and I mean, life just kind of shits on her sometimes, and she just keeps on going forward. So she'll forever have my respect
oh,
and
exactly.
admiration,
I
just because she is a decent human being too,
Yeah,
with passion.
exactly. Passion, kind-hearted. I mean, she'll speak her mind, but
Oh,
uh,
without
she
hesitation.
she means well all the time, and
She'll be on
you
here
know,
eventually at one point.
I would like that.
Yeah, she said I told her basically she had to, and we'll just take
Oh,
it
there you
slow.
go. That works. Yeah, exactly.
Because she said she was shy. I was like, nah, don't be shy. You good? You good?
we're we're all shy. It
Maybe
takes
that could
time.
be one of our. If it doesn't happen before, then maybe it could be one of those things where that's one of our like our first live recordings with us in the same room, kind of thing.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
That would
yeah.
be a lot of fun.
But yeah, shout out Stephanie. We love you. You're amazing.
Yes.
All
All right, now what?
right. But I think we did it. Just speaking of mental health, just a little bit. Give yourself grace and kindness. Every day is not going to be a great day. And you shouldn't strive to make every day a good day. That's when the toxic positivity comes in and you can just bog yourself down. I mean, and that could be worse in itself, just lying to yourself constantly. It's okay to let the emotions in, just do better to just work on dealing with them and facing them to become a better version of yourself. If you see red flags, if you see something, say something, basically. I hate to quote Fahrenheit 451, but if you see something, say something.
Good book.
Yeah. I haven't read the book, saw the movie. Movie's terrible.
Oh, I've never seen the movie. I've only read
Yeah.
the book.
Movie's terrible. It's
All right,
not
I want to pick it
terrible.
up.
It's just not good.
I have it on my
Um,
watch list on HBO.
yeah, I watched it on HBO and I was like, no, it could have been better. It could have been worse. But if you see something, say something. If especially as parents, we don't know. We're still looking at the world in the lens of how we went to school, and the world's just not that way for kids. They have access to so many things, the internet, social media, all that thing. So support your kids, set boundaries for your kids, listen to your kids. That's it. And don't forget to be kind to one another.
Mm-hmm.
That it all starts at home.
Exactly.
Be the example. Teach your kids about public life versus private life. Not everyone needs to know what you're doing 24/7. The world doesn't need a running dialogue of your life. You know,
No.
keep shit private.
Yeah.
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 All right. If you're listening to this, we love you. Make it weird. All right, everybody.
Bye bye.